Imagine if the top 1% were more concerned about helping instead of amassing for themselves. I mean, like, the problem is that if you have true capitalism, then that is the solution to everything there. Because if the top 1% are only concerned with amassing wealth for themselves, under true capitalism, the only way they can do this is by reducing prices and making goods and services cheaper, or creating new products that solve problems. People have value and they're willing to pay based upon the things that they value. And so the true capitalist that is deeply selfish and only concerned with helping himself will help the world. The problem is that when you have a socialist government, is that the people at the top that only want to help themselves, instead of solving problems and reducing prices and increasing the product of labor to compete in a capitalist market, they just run to the government to protect their businesses, and they use the government as a cudgel to stop innovation, to increase prices, to increase regulation, and to harm people. The problem isn't selfishness of the top 1%. The problem is the authority invested in the state as a monopoly on power and violence. Selfishness of the top 1% is good. We should champion selfishness, without a doubt. The average atheist is a libtard or a socialist? Yeah, the average atheist is a libtard or a socialist. And the average Christian is a socialist. And like, I don't know, there's a wide variety of levels of social conservatism amongst self-identifying Christians. So I can't say like what the average Christian is, because there's like, neocons and peaceniks and, wignats, and like there's a lot of varying degrees of social beliefs amongst people that self-identify as Christian. There's a lot of libtards that are Christians too. Wouldn't you say the state is bad because it ends up being corrupt from selfishness? No. I would say that selfishness has nothing to do with the state's problems. That selfishness is always good. That you cannot and will not ever be able to find selfishness as the root of a problem within society. That every time you attempt to identify selfishness as a root problem in society, what you will discover is someone not acting selfishly. What you will discover instead is either altruism, as Frank is putting it, or some type of high time preference stupidity that in the long run just fucks them. I am selfish. I lobby the government for regulations that would benefit my corporation. Is that not bad? It's not selfish. It's a contradiction because you're acting against your own self-interest. Lobbying the government for regulations that benefit your corporation is high time preference behavior, because in the long run it fucks over everybody. It's only good to you relative towards those you're competing against and towards the average population. But if you're constantly rallying the government to slow down innovation and slow down the market to benefit you at the expense of aggression towards others, then you're slowing down how long it takes to, cure cancer, right? And then if you get cancer, all the money in the world won't save you if, we had this amalgamation of government regulations that kept us from a cure to cancer. So we have no cure for cancer, and then you die of cancer. It's not really selfish at that point. It's just it's high time preference behavior. It's I want it now, and I don't care who else gets hurt. And so long as I'm doing better than those other people, then I'm doing well, even if I am myself am harmed in the long run. So long as I get to sit on top of the hill, I don't care that the hill is worse off for everybody. It's just high time preference stupid behavior. Okay, but what if it's just my local town? It wouldn't have a big macro effect at all. Okay, do you live in that town? So you harm the town. Okay, so there's less wealth and prosperity in the town that you live in. Well, what comes with less wealth and prosperity in a small town in America? Usually heroin addicts. Do you want heroin addicts on the street? Right? Then do you want to live around heroin addicts? Is it okay because you happen to be Mr. Burns that that, that everyone else in The Simpsons lives a worse life? No, it's not selfishness. It's just stupidity. It's high time preference behavior. True selfishness is attempting to beat others, but not attempting to harm others and stop others from being able to compete against you. You know what I mean? Like, do you want Tren de Agua moving in to supply all the heroin addicts because you gutted a town because you got, I don't know, maybe your company in question is Walmart and you want a tax break for Walmart so that you can come in and take up all of the high paying jobs and destroy an orderly high trust society so that you can be a little richer? Well, you might have more money compared to everybody else in town, but everybody else in town is broke and your town sucks.